It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see this team's veteran running back. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. Who knows what we're in store for here? All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for this visiting Portland club, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Fulton. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Cannon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by their young quarterback, the rookie out of Oklahoma.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw.
That is caught. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The numbers for him from a week ago, 9 catches, 73 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4.
In motion, the tight end. On the carry, it's Wilkins. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, If he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. When you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Portland football here, ready to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Cannon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Back to throw. Cannon. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there, with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The home team's offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run with Wilkins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Portland's offense now about set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Operating from the gun. Cannon. It's brought in by Harris. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
He threw the touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. And he'll start again here, 1st down.
In motion goes the tight end. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Shelton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he fends him off. Incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Cannon.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Cannon. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schmidt.
Now 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Cannon. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Looking to throw. Cannon.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
From the 41, this is second and a yard.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to throw again. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
2nd and 1. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Forced, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They hand this off to Harris. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. 2nd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's Shelton. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a yard.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll look to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. They'll run it here with Wilkins. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Cannon shakes off the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Cannon. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Operating from the gun. Cannon. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the RPO, he completes it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. This is Wilkins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a 1-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
In motion, the tight end. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. this could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive. Cannon. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back to throw. Cannon.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schmidt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for Chicago. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 7. 2:06 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Cannon. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts, and your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They run again with Wilkins. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Chicago, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.